Hey everybody. Today I'm going to be taking a look at ADA, seeing if this recent bottom that we put in could potentially mark the end of this downtrend that we have been on for almost 4.5 months now. And starting off, you can see that we did touch off of this trend line, which we had 2 wicks off of over here. And if you zoom in a little bit, you can see that we got rejected on this line right here. And once we got above it, there were lots of wicks off of this line as support. We kind of held it as support here, and then we had some final tests of support for this line right here. So we've had some support and resistance on this trend line before, and we just touched this trend line again recently. And we had a nice little bounce from it. And if you pull up a volume range of this whole year, we have managed to pump up above the point of control for the whole year. We were holding support on it back here, but we fell through it on this dip, but we were able to quickly get back above it. And I'll have to go on log scale for this one, but if you pull a fib from the bottoms of the March 2020 crash, you can see that we do in fact have a golden pocket sitting right in this area, and we did wick below it slightly, but overall seems like we got a nice bounce off of this golden pocket, which is actually a pretty significant golden pocket, I would imagine, considering it captures this entire bull run that ADA's been on. So we will see if this golden pocket is going to hold. Another thing that I think is pretty positive for ADA is as we were approaching this trend line and this golden pocket, we were forming bullish divergences on the daily time frame. So that is a pretty positive sign there. And if you look at the money flow on the daily, it isn't exactly the prettiest, but I'd say it has potential to become a crescent moon money flow, in which case it would start heading back towards the positive. And if that is the case, if this money flow does start to turn around, that would be pretty positive for the price. You can see the last time we had a little crescent moon shaped money flow cross into the positive, ADA went on a 200% run. So I would like to see this daily money flow start to turn around. And if you come out to the weekly time frame, we actually just got a green dot on this weekly time frame again. We did get one green dot previously, but got a red dot right after. But just now, actually, when I checked this like an hour ago, this green dot wasn't here. So we actually just printed a green dot on the weekly time frame, which is actually really interesting because the weekly time frame changes over on Sunday, meaning this green dot, if it stays, is going to confirm within 24 hours. Plus, you can even see the bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. This green dot is slightly higher than this green dot right here. So that is actually a pretty positive sign in my opinion for ADA. And this momentum wave is just about as low as any weekly momentum wave has been for ADA. In fact, the last time the momentum wave was at these levels, ADA was at 2.8 cents. So really interesting to see the momentum wave back at levels that we were at when ADA was worth 97% less than it is today. Also, looking at the 4-hour time frame, we actually just got a 4-hour money flow crossover into the positive, and we did in fact get 4-hour bullish divergences as well as we were coming down to this trend line. So that's good. The divergence on the 4-hour can just give you a little bit more confidence that this may be the bottom. And the 4-hour money flow crossing over and also just in general being on an uptrend gives me hope that the daily money flow might start to turn around soon. So overall, I would like to see ADA continue to hold this trend line as support. If we were to come below this trend line, there really isn't much support for us till we get down to like the 39-cent range. So ideally, I think we would like to hold this trend line as support. Maybe we end up coming back down to test it again, or maybe a few more times. And turning off log scale again, we do have some overhead resistance that we need to get through. We have this trend line that we bounced off of twice now, and we also have the intersection of the high volume and the low volume range that we also need to get above as well. But I'd say the indications are looking pretty positive for ADA, as we are getting a bounce off an extremely significant trend line. So I think it's very possible that this was the bottom for ADA, or that we may just end up wicking down one more time. Maybe we make another lower low and form another bullish divergence on the daily. But I think this area right here is extremely strong and significant support for ADA. And the way it looks, I think there is a good chance that we are going to hold it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and turning on my post notifications. I really appreciate all the support, everybody. It means a lot. And I will see you all on Tuesday for my next video. Peace out, everyone.